everybody. I'm going to show you a basic exercise to do on the exercise ball. If you don't have one of these balls, they're easily acquired through the sporting goods store, even places like Target, Walmart, and sometimes even the local pharmacy in the exercise equipment section. This ball is a 55 centimeter ball. I'm 5'5", and this ball will work with anybody that's probably, 5'10" or shorter. You want to blow it up so that when you're sitting on it, your knees and your hips are at a 90-degree angle. So that's when you know you have about the right size ball. What we're going to do today is a basic pelvic motion exercise for the lumbar spine. This is a really good way to loosen up your hips and get some strength through your core. So the first thing we're going to do is just start out with your hands crossed like this, with a little bounce. Feet are placed firmly on the floor, and it's just a little bounce up and down. If you need to, you can put a chair on each side of you to hold on to. If you're a little nervous about sitting on the ball, hold on to the chair until you feel confident. When you feel confident with the chairs by your side, then go ahead and put your hands on your knees to help support your balance. And then the last part of that is being able to cross your arms here and stay in that good posture with a bounce. And again, we want everything lined up. We want your spine nice and straight, sitting up nice and tall. We don't want a slouched forward position like this. We want to be sitting up nice and tall, shoulders rolled back, chin tucked, so we're not getting thrown into that forward head and shoulder posture. So here we are, just like this, doing our bounces. And I would say you probably want to do, usually what I say is 3 sets of 20 of these, or you can do 60 in a row, just depending on how you're feeling. There's no hard rules on this. It feels good to do, and it's really good for balance, and good for your core strength. When you're on an unstable surface like this, all of your core muscles have to engage to keep you in an upright position and alignment of your spine so that everything can work correctly when you're trying to move your arms and your legs. So this is the beginning part of fitness, is that core strength. So I'm going to stop the bounce. Next, I'm going to do a little side-to-side slide with my hips, keeping my legs completely still and just moving my hips side to side. It's almost like if you had a pencil coming out of your tailbone and you were going to try and draw a line on the floor, side to side, left to right. And we would do 20 repetitions of this as well. It's like you have a center point in the middle of your spine, and you're rocking your pelvis side to side around that center point. I try and explain it sometimes as if you had a bowl, if your pelvis was a bowl, and you were going to spill out of each side, spilling out of the left, and again spilling out of the right. And you will find asymmetry with this. I definitely have a harder time tipping to the right and lifting my left side than I do going the other way. And as you work on this, it will really loosen up your hips, and it will increase the strength of your core and all the muscles in the front side and the back side of your trunk. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tip that bowl forward and backward. And I'm going to change the orientation here so you can see that a little bit better. So we're sitting on the ball, got our feet set, and we're going to tip forward and tip backward. Forward, backward. And this motion might start out being very small if you've got stiffness in your spine. We're going to rock forward and backward. And again, it's important that we keep those shoulders rolled back, head up and in neutral position, and we're not getting caught in that forward shoulder posture trying to do it like this. That just reinforces bad habits. So forward, backward. And again, you can start with your hands on chairs, you can start with your hands on your knees, wherever you feel comfortable, ultimately getting to the point where you can put your hands across your chest and just move that pelvis. The last one we're going to do is going to move your pelvis in a circle. And again, pretend like you have a pencil coming out of the tip of your tailbone, and you're going to draw a circle. First in one direction. Right now I'm moving counterclockwise. And see how I'm keeping my head and my shoulders in one place? All that's moving is my pelvis. And it's not a huge movement. It's a very slow, controlled movement, trying to make sure that circle is symmetrical and we get equal movement all the way around. And we switch to the other direction. And again, it's a good idea to try and do about 20 of these in each direction. And these are beginning core strength exercises. And they're good for flexibility through the hips, like I said. All right, stay tuned to the Performance Posture YouTube channel for lots of easy exercises that you can do at home.